Let's head to Lismore now on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. You know they've been slammed by record flooding all week and there is more rain expected this weekend. Elly Bird is a Lismore City Councillor and she joins me now. Thanks so much for joining me, Elly. I know you've been through hell this week, but the first thing I wanted to ask you is whether the people of Lismore are stilled for even more grim news as you get to some of the houses that have been flooded out. Do you fear that there are more victims waiting to be discovered?
I can't actually comment on whether or not there are still people missing and unaccounted for. My role in this particular event is as we move into recovery. I haven't essentially been directly connected to search and rescue. I know the search and rescue initiative has been phenomenal and still continues, but I can't comment with any certainty where they're up to with that initiative.
Indeed, we'll keep tabs with police and emergency services on that. When it comes to the recovery, you've had a lot of people obviously out of their homes for a full week. Many won't be able to go back for a long while. You've had them gathering at the university, I understand. Are they getting the help and support, both financial and otherwise, that they need?
Look, the scale of this event is absolutely unprecedented. I know we hear that word a lot, but when you come to the Northern Rivers, we have never seen anything like this. It's like we are living in a war zone. Every single agency and government response and community organisation and community networks are responding to our utmost ability, but we cannot quite meet the scale of what we are dealing with. We have large numbers of displaced people. Good news is that we're starting to see supplies of food and water coming into our community, so we're at least able to meet those needs. The Defence Force have been incredible in airdropping supplies out to isolated communities out in the hills. So we are starting to see some recovery services provided, but obviously as we move from the impact of the event through the short term and into the medium and longer term recovery, the needs and the complexities and the challenges facing our community begin to escalate and move into spaces that are quite challenging for us to respond to. What I mean by this is we have obviously hundreds of displaced vulnerable people. There are mental health issues that we need to manage and a whole other range of social issues that we're trying to keep on top of.
Yeah, it's a hell of a challenge and let's hope you continue to get the support you need from state and federal governments to do that. Just briefly though, you are looking at more wild weather in coming days, which is only going to further complicate it.
Absolutely. Everything about this event just continues to increase in complexity and increase in challenge. Just because the urgency of the flooding event is past does not mean this event by any means is any closer to resolution. Weather will hamper our efforts to continue to respond and to recover. So it's incredibly challenging. If I could, I would like to mention the added challenge that we're having of donations that haven't been organised with us flooding into our community, as well as volunteers arriving into the community as well. So I have an urgent message to anyone out there in this nation who is considering sending goods to us on trucks or in trailers or in semi-trailers. Please make sure that you contact us and confirm that we actually want those goods before you send them anywhere near our community.
Yeah, that's a great point. We'll echo that for you, Elly. Thanks so much for joining us.